discuss more on this, I'm joined by Ravi Srivastava, political analyst and also representing the Aam Aadmi Party, the ruling government in Delhi's point of view, and Dhar Gupta, the member of Right to Breathe, an environmentalist. But before we go across to my guests, I'll go to my colleague Ela once, who got us this story, this expose that we are airing on our channel today. Ela, just give us a clear sense, if you can, quickly, on how exactly did you manage to find these people? Are they easily available? Are they easily, you can contact them easily via social media or any other route? Or is it very difficult and you have to really do a lot of, back and forth before you can actually get through to these guys? How difficult was you to get these illegal cracker sellers on camera that you managed to get them?
Well, Tanima, absolutely. When we visited the narrow lanes of Subhash Nagar, first it was accessible in social media. Just we did, it was reaching out to these people, and they contacted themselves to us. They even given us their contact number, and it was not very hard to locate their location. And when we reached their location in the narrow lanes of Subhash Nagar, National Capital Delhi, they took us in their house. That was not very easy to be there, and it was also very unsafe because me and my video journalist Amil was there, and we had a spy cam. And when we visited their house, they showed us all the firecrackers they were storing, and they also told us few important things about that how they are getting those firecrackers. They told us that they are getting these firecrackers from the adjacent areas of Haryana as well as Uttar Pradesh. If I talk about Uttar Pradesh here, in Noida, firecrackers are banned, and also about Haryana, only the green crackers are allowed. But in National Capital Delhi, every cracker is banned. They also told us that by the bike or by the cab, they used to get the firecrackers inside the National Capital Delhi, and not by the metro. Also, one more important details which they gave to us was that till now they have sold around 2 lakh worth of firecrackers. That is a big amount which they are saying that they have sold the firecrackers, and it is really shocking because this ban has not by Delhi government just 2 days back. It was earlier as well, but
right.
They totally banned those firecrackers inside.
Right, my colleague there, in fact, explaining this entire matter in which how she managed to actually reach these people who had been hoarding, first of all, these crackers and selling them illegally via social media and other routes that they had managed to explore. Ravi Srivastava, let me go across to you first. The Delhi government, of course, the implementing authorities, the police, you would say, the enforcement authorities rather. But it is the Delhi government which also has to keep a vigil on these crooks who are getting away. They are clearly, openly flouting the rule, the ban, which seems to be only on paper. And, it's going to be Diwali tomorrow, and we'll see actually what the air quality of Delhi turns out to be on Tuesday morning. But this is nonetheless very shocking. It didn't really take Ela a lot of time, by the way, to get to these guys.
Tanima, it is indeed shocking what you have shown. And I would really appreciate your investigative reporter who could reach to these people and see to it that how illegally they are selling it. You rightly use the word, it is Delhi government's responsibility, yes, but the Delhi government does not have the police under them, and it is precisely the job of the police to catch these people who are selling these kind of crackers and all. Every year, Delhi and NCR region burns the crackers, earlier when there was no ban, worth of at least 2.5 to 3,000 crores of rupees every year on Diwali, these 2 or 3 days. You can imagine that to what extent it has reduced. Not alone that, the purpose is not that to reduce that like this. The purpose is that the air quality should not deteriorate further, which is already the AQI you are seeing crossing already 250 somewhere, and all kind of other pollutants are in use there. Your vehicular pollution is there, your industrial pollution is there, your parali burning is there, all kind of things are there. Over and above, if you add these firecrackers also, it will only deteriorate more. And second
Right.
thing is that the firecracker gases which are emitted, the sulfur dioxide, the nitrogen oxide, the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, those are very, very hazardous gases, which they remain in the atmosphere for larger number of days and infect people who are coming in contact with this. There are chest
Right.
diseases, lung diseases.
I've taken your point, Mr. Srivastava, but we are not here to compare what previous government did, what you are doing. It's essentially the point that people need to see whether or not they are breathing clean air. Dhar Gupta, we probably are one of the few people who are going to expose this. I'm sure there are other people who will also be bringing out how this cracker ban seems to be only existing in terms of a rule book. But on ground, people are openly are being able to find these people. These guys are also luring customers via social media now. It's not that difficult to actually buy cracker which is being illegally sold in the national capital. What exactly do you think is going wrong in terms of these implementing agencies or these authorities who simply are not doing their job, it seems?
Or maybe even elsewhere in the world, a parallel economy comes up very quickly whenever you try and put a ban through. I think we all know that as a country we haven't really done well with enforcement. I think I just want to appeal to the citizens of my city. This is in public interest. Air pollution is a public health emergency, and not a small one. This is a bigger public health emergency than COVID. Just to give you an idea, just in 2020 alone, when COVID was at its peak, COVID was responsible for 5 lakh deaths, and air pollution, even in 2020, which was a relatively good year because all economic activity had come to a standstill, 17 lakh people lost their lives just in India alone due to air pollution. So, why are we trying to minimize this? Why are we, in the name of tradition that we want to hang on to, or to make a profit, why are we going down this path? The courts, the government, the leadership of this city and this country, everybody is trying to address this as a public health emergency. And I just want to appeal to everybody. Nothing is going to work. This city, the conditions are challenging. Nothing will improve unless we all contribute and participate on what's right. And Diwali is about celebrating what's right. So let's do the right thing here. That's my appeal to the citizens of my city.
Right, Dhar, good point. Let me, before we close this discussion, just a quick comment also from Mr. Ravi Srivastava. What is it, how do you think that the Delhi government can commit to providing, ensuring in some way or the other that clean air, Delhi residents are breathing clean air? Every year they come out with some scheme or the other, and even now some GRAP stage 2, if I'm not mistaken, has been enforced in the national capital. But what is Delhi government doing in order to ensure that this kind of open flouting of rules are not taking place anymore?
Tanima, all laws are meant to curb certain illegal activities. The laws are there. You must have seen Arvind Kejriwal, Gopal Roy repeating again and again, telling people about that there should be a cooperation from the people as well. And the second thing is, it's that the phenomena in Delhi is not exclusively the responsibility of the Delhi government. What is in their command they are doing, whether the powerhouses, whether the DG set, whether the anti-smoke gun, whether the vehicle pollution, they are putting up the electric vehicles over there. And teams are there, the website is available, the app is available, all kind of things are being done by the government of Delhi. But it is not a phenomena alone by Delhi. It is a phenomena which is in the NCR region, which has got the government of UP, the government of Haryana, the government of Punjab also for that matter. So all these people and the center, which was supposed to provide the financial assistance for stopping people from burning parali, has not, and they are making excuses. They are saying that you have woken up late, etc.
But that is one of the problems, Ravi Srivastava, that is one of the problems, that there's always a passing of buck from one government to the other. It is a genuine issue. I'm not denying that. But that cannot always be an explanation which is given to the people of the National Capital Region. Last word, Jayadhar, what exactly, if you can just tell us about the urgency of the situation in Delhi? Of course, we have not crossed that benchmark yet when it seriously starts to tank as far as air quality in the national capital is concerned. But what is it that people really need to keep in mind? And this story we are bringing to you just ahead of Diwali, so as to, in a way, also, as you said, an appeal to the residents that if you want clean air, we all need to come together. So what is the urgency of the situation in the national capital that people must know as they watch this story?
Well, I just want to tell you that even last year, when we did have a ban in Delhi, I measured AQI levels over 1,000 on the night of Diwali. And the way this season is shaping up, because no 2 years or no subsequent year is the same, it looks like, tonight may be the kickstart of our peak pollution, cycle of what we call episode 1, which is, the combination of Diwali and paddy burning and all the local emissions that we have in Delhi. And these conditions will be severe. I mean, I expect very, very severe hazardous conditions for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then we have episode 2 in December, when it's bitter cold and everybody starts lighting their NGTs, and due to the cold air inversion, everything stays low. All the pollutants stay low. I think it's going to be a cold winter, which means that it's going to be absolutely harsh conditions. I have been doing this, and I have been, taking governments to task for about 7 years now, and I really see the need for citizens to be responsible. I think it's a great initiative. I seldom have anything good to say about our leadership, I'll be honest. But the fact that there's a 6-month jail term attached to anybody who's flouting the norms, I think that's a positive development. I would have loved to see more, but I have to applaud at least, whatever has been done.
And some of the violators that we are, in fact, bringing on our screens there today, Ravi Srivastav, Jayadhar Gupta, I unfortunately will have to leave it there at the moment, but a very important story that we are bringing for our viewers just ahead of Diwali to show how exactly rules are being flouted, violated in Delhi, in the national capital, where despite the ban, our reporter has managed to get firecrackers illegally being sold. People have found out furtive means in which they are selling firecrackers because profit is only thing that matters to them. The residents of Delhi continue to breathe poison.